Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about cheap ND filters. So I have a couple of ND filters. Currently I'm recording this without my ND filter on because I've got it in my hand, but you can see the shot is a little bit overexposed. I'm holding it to the 180 rule, which means I've got 48 shutter speed on the camera. I've set my ISO to auto and the frame rate is at 24 frames per second. What I generally do is I have this variable ND filter for my Canon lens, the wide angle lens, and that helps me with getting the exposure right without having to change my shutter speed. So that's the point of an ND filter. And then for my drone I bought this set of ND filters, and both of these are very cheap. I'll share the products that I recommend at the end of the video. The reason why you shouldn't go with cheap ND filters is this. Now I've added my ND filter, my variable ND filter, my cheap variable ND filter. Set your YouTube to high resolution, put it as big as you can, and have a look at the picture color. I'm not going to put any color grading on this, and neither was the intro color graded, and you'll see there's a peachy haze to the footage. If you can't see the difference now, and I'll put the comparison of the intro, which also wasn't color graded, next to me as I speak, you'll see it on the drone footage. I flew my drone with one of these cheap ND filters, and you'll see the flights of without and with the ND filter. You'll see the drone with and without. It gives a peachy color to the footage, and no matter what I do, no matter how hard I grade, I'm not a colorist, I'm not a professional color grader, it is very difficult to get that peachy color out of your footage unless you shoot your camera and your drone with that peachy color and then grade afterwards, and then no one will notice. But my problem very often is I don't have an ND filter on my camera, got an ND filter on my drone footage, and there's just a stark contrast between the two. Or I move from indoors to outdoors, put the ND filter on my camera, and I've got a situation where the two colors are completely different. And it's become more and more of an issue the more professional work I do with my video. So how do you fix this? The only way to fix this is to either ditch the ND filters and crank up your shutter speed, which obviously isn't very cinematic. Not a lot of people would notice it really, but the quality is always subconscious. This is the thing about getting to that level of shooting video the way it's supposed to be shot. The reason why people say use the 180 rule, and if you don't know what that is, go to another video that I'll recommend below. You need that cinematic blur to give the footage a natural feel. And some people disagree. I fully agree with that. The more I've done this, the more I've felt I really need to stick to that 180 rule. And so ditching the ND filters is a solution, and it's a solution that I went with for the longest time. But I'm reaching a point now where I'm about to buy professional ND filters. So here are my recommendations for professional ND filters. I've been doing a lot of research, and these are the ones that I am about to buy. For the drone and in other aspects, you can also use it for your camera, but Polar Pro are an excellent option for your drone ND filters. These are quite expensive, and they're ND filters that I'm going to need to save up for. Specifically for your drone, I think Polar Pro is the way to go. It's what all the pros are using. Their color's great, so I would recommend those. And now, out of personal experience, for your camera, I've looked into it quite a bit. There's two brands that are quite good. There's Kenko and there is Hoya. Hoya are a brand that make glasses. The lenses in my glasses are Hoya lenses. They are one of the best lens manufacturers in the world. I have a Hoya HD, just a lens protector on my kit lens, and it is pretty exceptional. The quality of this lens, just a plain UV protector lens like that. I've looked at on YouTube comparisons between Kenko and Hoya, and there's quite a stark difference between those two lenses. Hoya just seems to be far better. So you can check out the links below. I highly recommend just biting the bullet and getting quality ND filters. I've been suffering and struggling for quite some time, not 100% sure why the color in my videos is just difficult to match. So this is just a simple solution for you. I hope it's helpful for you. Please go check out the links below. Go click on them and check it out on Amazon. There are affiliate links, so they help me out a little bit. These videos, as always, are designed to help guys use the tech to the best of their ability without spending too much money. This video is kind of showing that sometimes you have to just spend a little bit more to get what you need out of your gear. Please subscribe to my channel, please like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.